Welcome to episode 7 of Thinking Out Loud. You know what I mean? This is your boy, Kable. On this episode, I wanted to talk about the PS5 Slim, my opinion on it since I bought it. I bought it in November. I had it for about almost 3 months, or 3 months maybe. And I wanted to talk about a couple of the games that I played so far. One of them definitely being the Resident Evil 4 remake. I know it's been out for a while, right? But I wanted to give you my opinion because I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. I love the franchise. And also, one of my favorite games of all time is the original Resident Evil 4. So on the remake, my opinion, I give it an 8 out of 10. It's a dope game. The graphics look great. But I'm gonna keep it real. I feel like I played a demo, right, on the PS4. And the demo on the PS4 looks just as good as the game on the PS5. Now, I don't know if that comes with settings that I might have to change on the PS5. I did put it on not performance. I put it on graphics. You feel me? To make it look better, and it did look better. But honestly, guys, if you guys have a PS4 and you have it upgraded to the PS5 and you want to play the Resident Evil 4 remake, go ahead. It looks great on the PS4 as well. So besides the fact, we're going to get into what I think about the game, but right now I want to talk about what I think about the PS4 Slim since I bought it, right? And honestly, guys, man, like, it's cool. You know what I mean? I felt like I needed to upgrade because I feel like there's games that are going to come out that are not going to come out for the PS4. They're just going to come out for the PS5. But I'm a little disappointed. I can't even lie. I'm a little disappointed about the PS5 on the power that it has, just because I feel like the PS4 could come close to that. And I feel like we haven't seen the true power of the PS5. And I already hear rumors about a PS6 and a PS4. A PS6 and a PS5 Pro coming out in the near future. As a matter of fact, I heard about the PS5 Pro coming out at the end of this year of 2024. So that disappoints me a lot, just because I recently just bought this system, and I know a lot of us, just recently were able to get our hands on it, because you guys gotta admit, from 2020 all the way to like probably 2023, the ending of 2022, 2023, it was still very hard to get your hands on a system because they weren't producing enough systems. As soon as the systems would drop, people will buy them in bulks and then resell them on eBay, resell them in other places, and resell them for like $1,000, and just trying to make profit off of people that can't get them. So in reality, this year, 2023, the end of 2023 was really, or even 2023 period, was the year that everybody was actually able to, you know what, I'm gonna upgrade. Boom, let's see what this system could do. Let's see what the system is capable of. And honestly, there's not enough games on the PS5, in my opinion, for us to, really be like, this is officially a next gen system, a next generation system. I see the difference. I see the graphics. I see the evolution, Not really. Like, to me, the system is better, but not by a lot from the PS4. Not by a lot, And that's very disappointing to me that we're talking about a PS5 Pro already. I feel like PlayStation is just taking people's money in a certain way. Like, there's certain people that have the money like that to just, a PS5 Pro, then PS6. There's people that got it like that, and it's cool. But there's a lot of people that save up their money to get a new system, and once they get the new system, boom, another system is announced. I think that's really fucked up on behalf of PlayStation, because the truth is, we haven't even tested the metal on this thing. We really haven't. The average consumer hasn't really got their hands on enough games to be like, all right, we're ready for a next, the next generation. We're ready for a PS5 Pro. So yo, I'm not agreeing with a new system by the end of the year because honestly, consumers don't have enough games on the PS5, straight up. And we really haven't tested the system, and I feel like the system hasn't been pushed to the limit when it comes to the graphics, the graphic performance, and everything else that comes with a new system. So definitely, we need to put more work into this system, and then maybe later in 2025, we could start talking about PS5 Pro. But not even that, man. I really feel like I'm good. The system is cool. Do people need to upgrade from the PS4? Does I leave that up to you. I think the PS4 is perfectly fine. Now, especially that I had my hands on the PS5 Slim for 3 months, it's definitely not a big deal. It's not a big jump, So I would suggest just save your money and wait for the next system that's going to come out soon, which is I think the PS5 Slim. I'm sorry, the PS5 Pro, because the PS5 Slim graphics wise, it's a little more up there than the PS4, but really not by much. So I suggest you save your money for the next one. So now moving on. Hey yo, this game right here, Resident Evil 4 remake for the PS5. I love it. I give it an 8, like I said before. I think the game is dope. There is things that they didn't put from the original game on the remake. And honestly, I didn't really notice it until somebody called it out online. And I was like, oh shit, damn, that's right. They didn't put the Dragon Room in the new system, in the new game. They didn't do certain things. I did notice that they didn't have a couple characters in the game that they had. A couple villains. They didn't have a couple villains, a couple characters in the game that they had in the original game, which it was fine with me, except they had new characters. They had new villains, new zombies in the game, which it was cool. I liked it. The whole time I was in tune with the game. I was never bored of it. I was never like, nah, they didn't do a good job with it. Like, the voice acting was cool. Leon was dope. He had new moves. I like that too. He was more fluent with the way he moved, with the way you operate him. So that was really cool. The levels were difficult, but they weren't too difficult. I played it on standard, and it was dope. It was challenging. The puzzles were a little challenging, but it was a fun game all around. It was a dope game. So I give this game an 8 out of 10. If you guys haven't played it, I suggest you guys go play it. And if you guys really want to get a full, experience of Resident Evil 4, try out the original game. I believe you could download it on the PS4, and I believe you could even download it on the PS5, the original game. It has more content, different content from this one, a couple different things that they changed up. And yeah, super cool game, one of my favorite games of all time. This game was official. So now let me go on to the next game right here. So let's go on to the next game. God of War Ragnarok, right? This game is really dope. But again, when it comes to graphics, I do see a difference in it. But if you have a PS4, go ahead and buy the game. It looks really good on the PS4. So that's what I mean by we haven't tested this machine to like the max, Yes, it does look a little sharper, it looks a little better, but like I said, man, if you got a PS4, don't waste your money on getting a PS5 right now. Just wait it out a little bit more, and then you could get the PS6 or the PS5 Pro. Hopefully those systems really show more capabilities. But yeah, the system is good. Anyways, yeah, this game right here, I like it. There's certain parts that are like puzzles and this and that. Usually I like to play my games when I go to sleep, or before I go to sleep, I pop it in just to wind down and play a little bit. And sometimes it gets a little boring with the Ragnarok, with God of War Ragnarok. It got a little boring sometimes. I haven't finished the game yet, and I think it's because I was playing Resident Evil 4 Remake at the same time, and I don't know, I gravitate towards that game more than the God of War, the new God of War. But it was, the game is dope. I'm still playing it, so just give it a try. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. I definitely give this game, all around the board, I give it an 8, another solid 8. The storyline right now, it seems official. I like the dynamic that Kratos has with his son, and the new challenges that are happening in the game. The dialogue between them is really well. The voice acting is amazing. And it's just like seeing Kratos trying to guide his son into manhood now that his son is becoming older. It's pretty interesting, and I like the development of the story of Kratos, and just all around, it's a great game. So yo, this game, 8 out of 10, definitely a solid. Now let's move on to the next game. Yo, okay, this right here, ROBOCOP, Rogue City. If you are a fan of ROBOCOP, yo, this game right here is definitely a must. Dope game. The voice acting, is done by the original actor, Alex. No, I forgot the actor's name right now. I apologize. But yeah, the voice acting is done by the original actor for ROBOCOP, and I think that gave it a whole, what do you call that? Like, it's authentic. You feel me? Like, yeah, this feels like a ROBOCOP movie that never came out. So all the characters are in it. The city looks like the movies. The characters feel like the movies. Now, when it comes to graphics, it was done by an independent studio, so the graphics look great. You know what I mean? Look amazing. But I do notice, and I noticed it on Resident Evil too. I noticed that when it comes to the graphics, I don't know if you guys get the same thing, man. Like, as you're moving forward, it's rendering. You feel me? Like, there's certain things that change shape, or like they're not really like completely all the way until you get closer to it. Then they become the shape that they're supposed to. You feel me? So I'm not sure what that is, but I do notice it a lot on ROBOCOP. I noticed that a lot on that game. Like, I don't know what it is. It kind of takes me away from the game a little bit, but it's not a big deal just because the game is so much fun to play. ROBOCOP is he's a fucking tank, man. Like, I love playing with the original gun. I know you could pick up guns, you could pick up computers, you could pick up different things around your environment and throw it at the villains or at the bad guys or whatever you want to call them. That's really dope. It's cool. It's a lot of fun. But I like playing with the gun. It just makes it more like the movies. You know what I mean? That big old gun that he had. It's cool, man. If you guys haven't played this game, I just started playing it, but I'm loving it so far. So I give my experience with it so far. Hey, man, I give this game another solid 8. All these games that I'm talking about, they're great games. This game right here, no exception. Even though it's a smaller studio, yo, they definitely did their thing, and I can't wait to see more stuff that they create. So shout out to them. Shout out to ROBOCOP Rogue City. Go get it. Now check this out. We're gonna go to the next one. Now, yo, this game right here. This is the game that I bought the system with. It came with the PlayStation Slim. I'm talking about Spider-Man 2, right? Listen, the game, the graphics, everything in this game is dope. The story is dope. Now, is it better than part 1? Believe it or not, it's not. It's not better than part 1. Is it a short game? Yeah, it's a short game. Have I played it after I beat the story? No, I haven't played it. Why I haven't played it? Because I feel like it's repetitive afterwards, and I feel like you don't really get any real satisfaction in completing the side missions. Besides getting a couple suits, different suits and stuff like that. But once the story is done, to me, the game is done. I don't really care for it no more. I don't care about the side story, the side missions. I really don't. So I visited the game again after I played it, after I beat it. No, I haven't. So for that reason, I got to give this game, believe it or not, I give it a 7 out of 10. It's a good game, but it's a step down from the original game, the original Spider-Man with Peter Parker. Another thing I want to talk about, no spoilers, but the next game that they make, they either got to make a Peter Parker game or they got to make a Miles Morales game with Peter in it. I don't know, man. I feel like the way that they did, I don't want to give you guys any spoilers, but the way that they ended this game was kind of throwing the idea that they're getting rid of Peter Parker in a way. But I don't know. I'm not feeling that. Peter Parker is a staple. Miles Morales is super dope. I like his character. But yeah, we need some more Peter Parker games and longer stories. This game right here was a lot of money to make, like 250 million from what I heard, or 300 million, and that's an insane budget for the game to be short and the story to be good, but it ain't great, you know? So yeah, definitely a good game. If you haven't played it, play the story. It's pretty dope. The graphics are really good. This is honestly the only game that I have played that I could honestly really see that they pushed the system to the limit when it comes to graphics. Not only did I see the change in graphics, but I felt the system overwork. This is probably the only game that I could tell you guys that the system heated up. Like I could feel the heat coming from the system. It wasn't to the point that I was worried about it, but yo, definitely pushed it to the limit, graphics wise as well. Only game that I actually seen that's like, yeah, you could tell this is a next generation system right here. And I'm glad that they did that. So I give it a 7. Moving on to the next game I played. Now this game right here is called Returnal. And then this game, man, let me tell you guys, it's a really good game. You're basically in a time loop. You're a space cadet and you land on this planet that has you trapped in a time loop and you have to redo it and redo it and redo it. And I know it sounds crazy, but the game, the atmosphere, everything about this game is eerie. Like honestly, I don't know if you guys know, but I do believe in interdimensional beings. I do believe in aliens. I believe in all these crazies. I'm kind of crazy with it, right? Playing this game kind of gives me the creeps a little bit because the way that I'm seeing that people describe aliens and the way that they describe interdimensional beings, yo, I feel like they got this on part with this game. Like the creatures that you're fighting in the game, they look creepy, man. They look like demons, bro. Like it's a creepy game, bro. And like the environment is super creepy. The graphics are amazing on this game. If you guys haven't played Returnal, yo, play the game Returnal. You won't be disappointed. The the action in the game is amazing. It's a shooter looter. I don't know, people call it that, but it's a shooter game, and you are moving, and like basically when you're shooting, you got to be moving, or if not, you're gonna get caught by the projectiles that come out of the aliens that are after you. So cool game. This one definitely a 8 out of 10 for sure. Very frustrating game though. But if you take your time with it, you're gonna enjoy it. And you might want to play this during the day, people around you. You don't want to play this at night by yourself in the crib, lights off. Yeah, it's a little creepy. Honestly, it's very creepy. Like the vibes is like, yeah, this is some weird. It's like crazy. So yeah, this game is dope though. Returnal, y'all check that out, man. So yo, those are the games I played so far on the PS5, and I think the PS5 is dope. If you don't have a PS5, it's cool. Save your money. In my opinion, just wait for the PS5 Pro to come out. That might be a little bit more of a up in graphics and a upper in like everything. You know, like as a whole, as a it might be like the next generation system that we've been waiting for. Now, if you already bought the PS5, yo, congrats! It's a great system, but like I said, man, the PS4 still holds up. Definitely holds up when it comes to graphics. And the catalog of games on the PS4, the PS5 can't touch. So, yo, this has been episode 7 of Thinking Out Loud. This is just my opinion on the video games that I played on the PS5 Slim that I got in November. So, yo, take it with a grain of salt. You feel me? I'm your boy Kable, and I want to wish everyone out there much love, much success, much health, and yo, just keep going up, 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 taking it to the top this year. Peace.